PUI School of Health and Human Sciences. Begin your journey today. By the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Burtner Electric, serving greater Indianapolis and the surrounding counties. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation, we do it all. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, serving our customers and the community since 1955. It's basketball on a Saturday. Great to have you with us. As always, we are always glad to be here at Greenwood Christian because they have a brand new facility and it's a great place to be. And the Cougars are, despite their 6-6 record, one of the top teams in single A basketball. Troy Nargowski, Coach Keith Myers. It's a fun place to be. The atmosphere is fun. I know the players enjoy being here, and I think his Greenwood Christian team, as I said, despite Coach being 6-6, they're better than that 6-6 record.
Yeah, they're ranked in the top 25 of 1A, and they will be a tough out. In fact, they're 13th, just released this afternoon. Oldenburg Academy is 67 in 1A. Oldenburg Academy building off of a start last year, very good ball club, advanced to the sectional final. Lost a lot of seniors rebuilding, and you know how it is when you start rebuilding. All of a sudden you go, oh, I got a freshman. It takes a while. So a ball game, could be a close ball game, but I think Greenwood Christian, if they come out and play as well as they have in the last 3 or 4 games, this game could be lopsided. But who knows? That's why we play them.
And no doubt about it, Oldenburg Academy, the Twisters have lost 3 out of their last 4. The Cougars also have lost 3 out of the last 4. But when you talk about Greenwood Christian Academy and you look at that schedule, it is one of the top schedules in the state. In fact, their opponents are 97-67 this year. That's a pretty good schedule.
And we'll take a look at the young coach there of Coach Williams, a young man, second year as the varsity coach. And, you know, he's coming out to start out building a program, and now those kids are now believing in that program. And when you start a program like that, it takes a while for them to understand what you want.
Yeah.
But you're exactly right with their schedule. They play a very tough schedule. They play some 2A teams. They've also been known to play a couple of 4A schools. So, all in all, that's pretty good. Now, Oldenburg Academy, on the other hand, on that southern part of the state, they played Jacksonville, which is a big-time rival. They play Madison Shaw. They play South Ripley. Those teams are not bad, as we have seen. So, you know, starting a year with a new tradition takes a long time to build.
We'll come back, talk more about this matchup, the Cougars and the Twisters, right here on IndianaSRN.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, you know, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
SRN Saturday night here from Greenwood Christian, the Cougars and the Twisters. We did want to give Oldenburg Academy a lot of credit because they had a really, really big win over Tri, a team that is 9-3, a team that has been ranked pretty much all season long. They beat them 55-53. So if GCA comes in here thinking, I'll tell you what, you got to win this game pretty easily, think again.
Yeah, Tri is a really good ball club. We have seen them play. They're out in the Richmond area, you know, and the one thing about Tri was the same way a couple years ago. They have now developed. It must be backwards day because the cheerleaders are now wearing ties. Or is that the new style? Is that how you're wearing your tie now? You tie it on the back?
I don't have a tie. I wouldn't know.
You don't. You don't wear ties?
Only when I'm made to. I think
I'll make a note of that. I did get a memo the other day saying I got your memo, but shorts? No.
Yeah. What about those shorts?
Yeah. Let's look at the opponents' records. Oldenburg Academy 77-95, and as you mentioned, Greenwood's opponents 97-67. Last series in the last 35 years, Oldenburg Academy leads 6-5. You know that those are the little things you put on the clipboard. You know, these guys have a hard time. These guys take us for granted. I love it when you didn't lie, but you stretched the truth a little bit.
Yeah.
These kids don't like about you. They think you got a terrible gym, and get these kids fired up.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this game, and of course, I'm working with the best crew in the state of Indiana tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they coming in later? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
at halftime.
By the way, the bulletin board material is what you're referring
Yes.
to, that you get your players a little bit fired up. Earlier this year, when Greenwood Christian played two very good teams, they played Park Tudor, they played Covenant Christian. Lost both those games, but they were both very close. And you talk about the play, and we'll probably see it tonight. Blake Shoemaker, 23 points in that game against a very good and athletic Park Tudor team. He had 16 in the first half. And, of course, we always talk about Max Boer and the way he can shoot the basketball. He had 15 that night on 3 3-pointers. Their big downfall against Park Tudor that night was 12 turnovers, and a lot of those were very costly. And in that Covenant Christian game, it was an 11-point game. Shoemaker had 16, Boer had 11, McIntyre had 8, and Boer had 8 in the fourth quarter. That really kind of kept that game close. They only turned the ball over 7 times. I say those two games because that gives you, Coach, an idea of two very, very good basketball teams that they were right in there the whole game.
I think tonight, though, it's the Reed voice. I think the Reed voice. I think Ian the Reed wears number 12. He's the senior, and then his brother Noah is a sophomore. He wears 21. Those two kids, I think, have to play very, very well tonight. And if they start shooting the ball and spread that out, Max will get his own very easily, and I think McIntyre will get his own. The other kid you mentioned, he'll get 10 or 12. I mean, he's got the nose for the basketball. He knows how to play the game. His basketball IQ is probably A+++, and he probably shot free throws in his backyard today.
Well, when you look at Shoemaker too, there you see him right there, number 34. That's where he can shoot it as well. And he's also a guy who can slash to the basket. He'll get to the free throw line, a guy that plays defense. He's just one of those guys you love having on your team.
And, the one thing I like about him is he's wearing a blue and white striped warm-up pretty well.
He is.
I mean, I never got to wear warm-ups because I never got to warm up with the varsity team.
That's true. Well, but you did it in spirit, and that's what really counted as well.
The line that my coach always said, "Not tonight, son. Not tonight." So,
and you were starting to think maybe you're hearing that in your sleep after a while, right?
I definitely did.
Not tonight, not tonight, not tonight.
And I will tell you, we are blessed tonight because one of our officials tonight, Kevin Lewis, and if our camera guy can show us the officials, and right down in the middle, that is Kevin Lewis. He's the most experienced official in the stadium. There he is. Kevin will double whistle a couple times, but he's working with a rookie tonight, Brian Avery. On our right,
behind that guy
right there, he's the rookie tonight. So that's a great shot at the guy's head. But Brian Avery's with us tonight, and I think it's Max is the third guy. So a good crew, and it'll be a lot of fun.
By the way, this GCA basketball teams we mentioned at 6-6, and we talked about both the Reed kids and then, of course, Blake Shoemaker. We'll see Satry tonight, Max Boer. Tallman is a guy that'll run the show quite a bit as well, so keep an eye on Tallman. And then Bed Camerford is another guy, only a sophomore, you'll see come off the bench unless he's able to get the start tonight. We'll kind of see what the starting lineup will be here in a couple of moments. But this is a Greenwood Christian team that is very deep, and I haven't seen them in a while. I'm curious to see how their progression has been over the last couple of weeks. We'll take a time out. The starters and the tip-off coming up. It's SRN Saturday right here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
It's SRN Saturday here from Greenwood Christian. The Cougars at 6-6, Oldenburg Academy at 5-8. Oldenburg, by the way, as we mentioned a little bit ago, they've lost 3 out of their last 4. They lose to South Dearborn on the road. In fact, they didn't play well in all of that game, 59-28 the final. But as we mentioned a little bit ago in the pregame, they win at Tri 55-53. So they've been making a couple of road trips here recently, and so they are now back on track after that win against Tri. It is time for the starting lineups of tonight's matchups. Let's go now to our public address announcer.
Starting lineups. First from Oldenburg. Number 0, Connor Miles. Number 13, Jacob Stenger. Number 25, Henry Wonstrath. Number 21, Jacob Hoff. And number 4, Jacob Cornelius. The Twisters are coached by Michael Higdon. And now for your own Greenwood Christian Academy Cougars. At forward, 6'3" senior, number 30, Parker Satry. At guard, a 5'10" sophomore, number 21, Noah Lee. At another guard, a 5'11" senior, number 12, Ian Reed. At guard is 6'1" junior, number 23, Max Brewer. And at another guard is 6'3" senior, number 34, Blake Shoemaker.
So there you have the starters: Ian Reed, Noah Reed, Max Brewer, Parker Satry, and Blake Shoemaker. For Oldenburg Academy, it'll be Connor Miles, Jacob Cornelius, Jacob Stenger, Jacob Huff, and Henry Wonstrath. Let's talk about keys to this one tonight.
For Greenwood Christian, go off to a quick start, rebound the basketball, shoot the ball well. For Oldenburg Academy, hold them to 35 or 40. You're going to win this thing. Go after the 50-50 ball and don't give up. Play all the way through the game.
Shoemaker at 6'3". You see Cornelius also at 6'3". The tip will be won by Oldenburg Academy. We are underway in SRN Saturday. Great to have you with us as you see Stenger with a basketball. And Greenwood Christian Academy opening up at a man-to-man. Cornelius almost lost the basketball, back to Stenger. We've had a couple of close games over the last 2 days. That'll be a foul call against Ian Reed.
We had 25,000 people tune into that last 1.8 seconds of the Park Tudor game. That is just crazy fun. Let's hope we have one of those.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's our first foul of the ball game as you see Connor Miles running the point. Miles, the pull-up off the glass, missed it. Offensive rebound by Miles. Oldenburg will get another chance. Ball loose, nearly went past the midcourt line, so here's Stenger.
Oldenburg Academy has great pedigree in their program. They have been very, very good the last 4 or 5 years. This might be the year that they're rebuilding, and that's okay. Sometimes you just have to do that.
Entry pass down low. Cornelius, double team, got through the double team and puts it off the glass and good.
Boy, if you can force a shot like that and it goes in, that's okay.
When they had the basketball over a minute in that possession.
And that might be one of the ways you want to do that tonight is just shorten the game.
Parker Satry with the basketball. That is Boer on the drive off the glass. Good. Max Boer. We have seen him do that time and time again.
As we said, every single time Max plays, the athletic ability comes from his mom, not his dad.
I'm sure Dad loves to hear that every time.
He will call me first thing tomorrow morning after church.
And good thing it's Sunday, he'll say something nice, I'm sure.
I'm sure he will.
This is Jacob Huff. Nothing there for the Twisters, so they'll reset it. Twisters averaging on the year just over 40 points per game, so points have been kind of a struggle so far this year. Miles with the entry pass and another near turnover run down by Cornelius. That one tipped away by Boer, and we'll head the other way. First turnover of the ball game now for the Twisters. That shot on the way missed by Max Boer. He was point-blank range right there.
They were getting ready to go, and Coach said, no, he's put it in second.
Yep. Want to slow it down.
Want to say hello to Bill Ludlow, your partner's watching tonight. He asked me if I brought Jack Donuts, and I said, yes, I did.
Bill, I swear he did. They weren't very big, but they were here. Here is Miles. Three-pointer from the left elbow is missed. The tip out and run down by Ian Reed. By the way, Bill wanted me to let you know that he's still waiting in his Christmas bonus as well. Okay. So it must be in the mail like mine. We know mail is slow. Here is Shoemaker. Shoemaker, and he's able to get away from the double team. Shot by Satry is missed and goes out of bounds back to Oldenburg Academy. Bill and I had 2 really low-scoring games last night.
Yes,
very low-scoring games.
3-point victory for both teams, the girls and the boys.
That was a big win, though, by the Guerin girls basketball team.
Statement.
Yeah, they really played well. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Noah Reed, the sophomore, showing quick hands.
There's a good look at Noah. His sister is probably going to be in their Hall of Fame soon. Izzy.
Heck of a basketball player, heck of an athlete. Here's a drive, and we've got a traveling call against Miles. That'll be the second turnover by Oldenburg.
Oldenburg Academy about an hour and 20 minutes away from Greenwood Christian.
So they're going to have a late night tonight.
Yeah, at 8:05 start. I think they had a triple header, JV and a girls game before these games today.
Satry can't hold on to it. First turnover for Greenwood Christian. As Oldenburg back in the half court, Miles off now to Stenger. We might have another low-scoring game here tonight. Coming up on the halfway point already of this quarter, and we've got a foul away from the basketball. I think they got Shoemaker, unless it might be Noah Reed instead. Yep, they're going to get Noah. on the hold there, so that's their second foul.
What was very interesting, the kid knew he was getting held, so he just showed the shirt to the official, going, hey, my shirt's taken out.
Entry
nice
pass.
Block.
Yeah, Shoemaker got a piece of it. Oldenburg able to get it back again. The shot on the way, good. That'll be Jacob Huff. You know, Oldenburg has gotten every loose ball that has happened in their half. So now, as you see, the Cougars bring it across the timeline. And near steal. Here's Shoemaker. Stops. Three-pointer on the way. Good. We talked about how he can stroke it from out there.
You know, he could have gone another 5-6 feet, but he saw that. He knows he can hit that shot. First lead of the night for Greenwood Christian.
So Boer has 2. Shoemaker with his first 3. Oldenburg again facing that man-to-man defense. This is Huff. Bounce pass will find Cornelius. Left side shot on the way is no good. Battle for the rebound. Huff can't come away with it, but it will be Cougar basketball. Nice pass to Shoemaker. Layup good. Give the assist to Noah Reed.
Noah Reed, probably a couple years ago, as a freshman or an 8th grader, he probably would have shot that ball. Saw his teammate open their leg. That gives you bonus play time if I was coaching right now.
So now Greenwood with a 3-point lead. That is their biggest lead, as you see Huff being guarded there by Satry. And they may have thought he got a little too handsy right there. So we're going to see Jordan Tallman come into the lineup. You see Noah Reed and Parker Satry both leaving the game. I think that foul was on Satry, though, his first. Entry will find Stenger. Here's a turnaround shot on the way, no good by Wanstrath. So now here come the Cougars once again. This is Ian Reed. Tallman, a valuable play off the bench in the corner. 3 missed by Shoemaker, and they'll get it back. Rebound Noah Reed, and then he turns it over. Second turnover by Greenwood Christian.
Nice crowd on hand tonight.
Very nice crowd. It's always fun to come to a brand new gym, though. You know, and especially as bright and new as this gym is, easy to want to be here. Wanstrath, entry pass, backside defense, and again, Oldenburg Academy able to get it back. Shot missed by Cornelius. They've gotten every 50-50 ball in their half of the floor. Nice bounce pass. Shoemaker with a layup. He has 7. Well, the big guy at 6'3", able to run the floor.
He'll play probably point guard when he goes D3. I think he could play that level. Very easy. I like the kid. I like his IQ.
And you can use him as a stretch 4 probably, too.
Yep.
Good look here, Cornelius. 9-4 your lead. Shot is way off the mark. Offensive rebound, no, by Huff. And then a foul. I really like the way the Twisters go after the loose ball.
Yeah, Jacob Huff has done a nice job of getting some rebounds.
Evan McIntyre is in the ball game, picks up the foul there for Greenwood Christian. And we will head to the free throw line for the first time tonight either way, and this is the senior Huff. Well, I'll tell you what, if Oldenburg plays like this, and with this first time I've seen them, as you see Stenger leave the lineup, you can see why they'd beat a team like Tri.
They're no quit.
Getting all those loose basketballs like that, second chance opportunities. Huff has 4. So it will be Greenwood Christian basketball. Tallman on the drive, right hand, good.
You knew that where that was going to go, didn't you?
Yeah, Tallman, he's a
surprise.
Yeah, he's an athlete, though. I like every time he comes into a game, it just gives him more energy. Here's a shot from the right side, missed from 3-point range. That was Wanstrath who missed it.
They are 0 for 3 on the line.
Baseline, reverse layup, nice touch by Shoemaker. 9 already. He was so impressive in that game against Park Tudor. They just didn't have an answer for him that night. He had 16 in the first half.
And they played well against them Just late in the ball game, looked like they ran out of gas.
Yeah. That was way early in the year, so we're
third game in the year.
We're really deep into this season. Nice pass underneath. Cornelius can't finish, but another foul on GCA. Going to call that again on McIntyre. That's his second. That'll be the 5th team foul. Now on Greenwood Christian, and you see Cornelius at the line.
He has 2 points on the night already.
We will see Patrick Satry come in. Satry gives the GCA some good size down low along with Shoemaker. There perhaps one more possession for Greenwood. They'll play for one to finish out the quarter. Both free throws missed by Cornelius. So here comes GCA. You will see Ian Reed run that point quite a bit. They'll go to Shoemaker. Shoemaker on the drive, basket good, and he is on fire in the opening period of play. 1 second remaining. They will not get a shot off. Greenwood Christian riding the scoring early at Blake Shoemaker. They go to period 2 with a 15-6 lead.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Industrial Sales Associates. They've been an electromechanical component manufacturer's representative for Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and Eastern Tennessee. Good luck to all the teams during this sports season. If you need more information, give them a call at 317-546-1900. It'll be GCA basketball to begin period number 2. And by the way, Blake Shoemaker, 11 points in that opening quarter of play.
Yep, when you're hot, you're hot.
Satry, top of the key. Good look here near side to Reed. Reed gets cut off on the drive and elects to go to Tallman out front. See if they'll try to get to Shoemaker. Shoemaker had a nice run down the lane. He was ahead of the defender. Good passing game so far for the Cougars, looking to go to 7-6 on the year.
They will play in the Indianapolis Lutheran sectional.
And that'll be tough.
In fact, I think that is, it is at Lutheran, but Edinburg is the new member of that school. Edinburg not having a very good year, but boy, I tell you, that year in, year out, that sectional is a brutal 1A sectional with Tinley in that sectional as well.
Boer on the drive, basket good, and he's fouled.
I think he forced that shot a little bit.
Boy, he hung there for a while. Heck of a shot by Boer.
This Greenwood Christian school, if you're not familiar, it started football this year with Andre Dobson as their football coach. We had Andre a couple times during the football year. Good guy. Looking forward to hopefully getting to a football sectional, but you can see the difference in at the performance in these kids that are now in the weight room. They have an opportunity also to play football, and it has paid off for them definitely this year.
If I'm not mistaken, we mentioned Jordan Tallman's name quite a bit during football. He was a force. 12-point lead, the biggest lead of the ball game now for GCA. In the ball game, Stenger coming back in. Here's a 3 by Miles, rims in and out. Shoemaker with a rebound. But look at Shoemaker running the floor. What a pass. Layup good. That's going to be Ian Reed, but gives Shoemaker the assist, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Hey, I want to remind you this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. And I always like to throw a little extra disclaimer in there, because anytime that you use any likeness of Keith Myers in any sort, you must get permission of that as well.
That is not true.
Did you? Hoosier Basketball Magazine, which is also a part of IndianaSRN, and that basketball magazine is out. We'll talk about them at some point tonight. But you said there are 4 pictures of you in there?
No. Just 4 pictures, 4 looks about IndianaSRN.
Oh, okay. All
not
right.
me. No. He wanted to sell magazines.
So he advised you don't put your picture in
He
there.
asked me. He begged me.
Yeah, please don't do that. Full court press down by GCA, first time tonight. Miles able to get away from that pressure. As you see Stenger with a basketball. Stenger, pull-up shot in the lane, no. Battle for the loose basketball, and we've got a foul call and another hustle play there by Oldenburg Academy, and it's going to be a foul in GCA. We're waiting to see. I didn't see who they called that foul on right there at the moment, so we'll get that here as soon as we can. They're going to say Boer picked up the foul, so that'll be his first. Good look at Miles. Guarded there by Tallman. Got the screen by Wanstrath. This has been really good defense, by the way, by Greenwood Christian. Just the 6 points in the opening quarter. That's the 3rd turnover now for the Twisters. Oldenburg will be shooting the 1-and-1 up until the bonus. Here is Tallman for 3. They left him wide open.
You can't leave shooters open that long.
So here come the Twisters back the other way. Shot is going to be missed. Offensive rebound put back, yes, by Wanstrath.
That's the first basket in about 3.5 minutes.
And another offensive rebound by the Twisters. We mentioned it in that opening quarter. It appeared they got just about every loose basketball. Here's Tallman. Floater, good. Boy, they backed off on him. He has 7 now. Tallman with 5 in the quarter, and that's going to be a foul on Max Boer, his second.
Now, if you're home and you're a young player and you see that, you need to yell for help. You need someone on your team, because you're playing man-to-man, you need to ask for help. He tried really hard to go outrun him. You're not going to outrun a kid that's ahead of you. So yell for help, and hopefully your teammate will pick somebody up for you.
Exactly.
When I played, no one would have helped me. So
there's another missed free throw by Oldenburg.
And in fact, our little pickup team, no one wants me on their team anymore. So
you weren't even picked last.
I know. I was not even picked.
It was 5-on-4, and they just kept playing. They figured, well, we don't need Keith. Satry in the corner. Here is Shoemaker for 3, and he gets another one. He has 14. What a game for Blake Shoemaker. Here come the Twisters. Shot in the lane. Got the roll. How about Connor Miles? His first 2.
Love it.
Did you at least hang around for the game to watch?
No.
You just went home?
Went to a concession and got me some popcorn and watched.
Watched everybody else play. But nobody watched it better than you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Here's Ian Reed. And by the way, Oldenburg dropping into a zone. Here is underneath. And it was Tallman getting his shot blocked. I think that was Cornelius who got a piece of it. 18-point lead here in the second quarter. And there's the 4th turnover. Here comes GCA. Basket good. Noah Reed.
First 2 of the night.
5 different players now in the scoring column as the press put on again by GCA. Oldenburg able to break it. Baseline shot is on the way and no good by Wanstrath.
And it's 1 and done for Oldenburg. Oh, this is nice.
That's clinic right there.
Yes, sir.
Shoemaker, the easy layup, and that just shows you he can run the floor. Timeout, Oldenburg Academy. It'll be a full timeout as Greenwood Christian has opened up a 22-point lead.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Hoosier Basketball Magazine. It's in its 53rd year. That's 10 years longer than I've been alive. It is out now. Order today, HoosierBasketball-magazine.com, or call 317-925-8200. Follow the top players, high school basketball, college basketball player, men, women, doesn't matter. Thanks to Kip Wessner, Hoosier Basketball Magazine, for being a supporter of IndianaSRN.
Can I see that read? Does it actually say 10 years younger than you?
Yeah, it does. See right there.
Wow.
That was put in, it was edited at some point today.
Yeah, I knew who edited it. I knew. That's not even English, is it? I know who edited it.
By the way, don't forget, after the game, the Piper Logistics Player of the Game.
I love that.
Miles on the drive. Tallman may have gotten a piece of it. Satry comes away with it. Shoemaker dumps it behind. Good ball move again by GCA. Well, they wasn't there, and they wisely bring it back out.
I like the Reed's number. One is 12 and one's 21.
Yeah. Yeah, Noah's 21. He has the basketball right there. They play similar styles. Satry. Nothing there. The kick out. Shoemaker back out front. Ian Reed, no. Battle for the rebound. Goes out of bounds. We're going to stay right here. Last touched, I believe, by Stenger.
If you've not been to that facility, the Greenwood facility, you see their indoor soccer stadium as well.
Which I'm sure they can use it for many other purposes and will. That's a great addition. So after the ball knocked out of bounds, this will be Tallman. Tallman, instant offense tonight off the bench. Close pass intended, I believe, for Ian Reed inside. Shoemaker, another layup, and he's having a heck of a night.
I got him for 18 unofficially.
You are officially correct.
Thank you, sir. Only 4 points scored here for Oldenburg Academy in this second quarter.
Yeah, I don't know what Shoemaker's got to be shooting 85%, too.
Well, all of his shots are close to the inside. Well, he hit a couple three-pointers, too. Here's a foul.
So we got another foul. This one will go against Noah Reed. Oh, they're going to say Satry instead, so Satry gets his second.
Parker was near there. You can tell on his face, it's like, what did I do? I was just, okay.
I think he got him swinging the arm down. That probably gets you more often than not. Lead now at 23 as you see Wanstrath lead the ball game. Cornelius is in. And we'll also see, coming in for Greenwood, a new player at 44. Second free throw. He is on the way and no good. So Greenwood already going deep onto their bench.
This time of year, a lot of changes in rosters, and sometimes coaches forget to send you the correct roster.
So here is number 21, Jacob Huff, back in the ball game. We used to call a lot of them just Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, I got you.
The unknown man. Off the screen, Shoemaker had the shot, decides to take it inside, blocked there by Stenger. Boy, Shoemaker, he had a lot of room to shoot a three in that left corner. Under the 2-minute mark, first half. Boy, Tallman had the nice cut there as well. Pass underneath.
I like the patience.
There's a nice drive, left hand, good by Noah Reed.
Threading the needle, didn't he?
Yeah. So lead at 25. Oldenburg needs a positive finish to this first half. And Shoemaker from behind got the tip. We've got a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay here, but Oldenburg will lose the arrow here in the last 1:15. Well, we knew that Oldenburg was going to have to get off to a good start. You had the long bus ride. You had to wait for the girls' game. You had to wait for the JV game, and then a little later start. So if you're going to play on the road, you better come out firing, and Oldenburg just hasn't been able to do that.
Yeah, I try to have my team, because I was AD as well, I try to have my team, I have my assistant take my team late. I didn't want them to sit that long, but sometimes that's hard to do in a small program like that.
Miles misses the three, quickly back the other way.
Of course, my team was upset because their girlfriends were playing on the varsity girls game, and they wanted to see their varsity girls team play. Of course, they wanted to eat hot dogs and popcorn and everything else.
The healthy stuff before a game.
You bet.
I always used to tell my girls' team, you mess with boys, boys will mess you up, so I didn't let them go.
Good point.
Yeah.
Boys will mess you up. That's. I got 3 daughters. 2 daughters. I understand that completely.
Yeah.
4 daughters. Wow. Sorry, Courtney. Forgot you.
There's an extra present for Courtney next Christmas.
Exactly. Hopefully Mom doesn't watch that and say, ooh, look what Dad just said.
Well, if I see Courtney anytime, I will let her know you owe her one. I won't let you forget. Nice pass. Tallman blocked from behind by Cornelius. Goes out of bounds. It'll go over to Oldenburg Academy.
She's the youngest, so she will always be the joy of my heart.
Aw, bless her heart, too. Well, I still will remind her you owe her one. Yeah.
You crack me up.
One thing, you just don't want to fall too far behind any of us. Ball in the back court, run down by Miles. And then a turnover by Oldenburg. 6 now by Oldenburg Academy. And now the Twisters will apply a little full court defense as well. Chance to stop the last opportunity right here. I think they are not paying attention. There's a shot at the buzzer. No good. And we will head to the locker room. Greenwood Christian with a 25-point lead going into the locker room, but they had a really solid opening quarter, especially by Blake Shoemaker.
Absolutely, really a good first half by Greenwood Christian, scoring to 36 points. That's very impressive. We're going to take a look right here. This is the athletic director of Greenwood Christian right there. That is Devin Gray. You know where he played basketball?
Where?
Horizon Christian School. Do you know who his basketball coach was?
You.
Yes, sir. Devin does a great job down there, athletic director at Greenwood Christian. We really appreciate all the things that Devin has done for us this year and getting us ready for tonight's game.
He looks like he can still play.
He never passed up a shot he didn't like.
Well, that's what I heard about you, too.
Greenwood
Christian leads it by 25 here at the half.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
We can't have NBA basketball without the ball itself. So today we are going to go balls deep into the history of the ball, starting all the way back to the game's inception. Let's begin the animated timeline. The game of basketball was invented in the year 1891. Dr. James Naismith was its creator. Now, the game back then was much different than it is today. I'll save the evolution of the game itself for a later video. This video's topic is the balls. And the ball in 1891 was, well, a soccer ball. Now, soccer balls themselves were built a little different than they are today, but the important takeaway is that this ball actually wasn't used for dribbling. Dribbling wasn't a concept for basketball until 1897. As the game became more popular and grew, the ball had no business being a soccer ball. So in 1894, Dr. James Naismith reached out to A.G. Spalding to invent the first basketball ball. Spalding at the time was famous for making American footballs and Major League Baseball gloves. And you can totally see the inspiration of the design, as this ball is laced up at the center like a football. Fun fact about this ball specifically, to celebrate its 125th anniversary, Spalding remade the ball in 2019 around the same time as the Raptors-Warriors finals. As the years went on, basketball got so popular it was able to have its own league formed around the sport. And in 1937, the NBL, or National Basketball League, was formed in the United States, and they needed their own NBL ball. This ball was no longer built like a pigskin football, as the laces are removed for optimal dribbling. The NBA, National Basketball Association, was founded in 1946, but it wasn't till around 1950 when the game got a much upgraded ball. The game got so popular that it started bringing attention of many new fans showing up to watch the games. Keeping up with, spectating, and watching the pace of the game as a fan was difficult, as the brown ball color was hard to keep up with rapid court movement on the brown floor. So around 1950, the ball was remade into an orange ball. The orange ball was much more flashy and visually appealing to fans, as they can easily see it dart around the court. Decades later, the game ball kept evolving. Around 1971, the NBA changed the design of the ball from 4 leather panels to 8 leather panels. Having 8 leather panels instead of 4 allowed for a much better grip on the ball itself for better dribbling techniques. And 1 year later, in 72, the first synthetic leather ball was made, which made producing the ball much cheaper. And now we bring you the iconic NBA ball that many of you know and love, the 1984 Spalding Larry O'Brien official Spalding ball. To quote Heritage Auctions, Wilson had the NBA contract to produce basketballs, which ended following the '83 finals. Also moving out of the office of commissioner was Larry O'Brien. Eventually, Spalding picked up the contract and David Stern assumed the role as top man on February 1st, 1984. This ball is the ball of choice that many fans around the world prefer while playing basketball. Moving on to a slight adaptation of this ball was that failure of a ball in 2006. This 06 ball was made out of cross-traction microfiber, but the ball only lasted for the beginning of the season, as many players complained that it roughed up their fingers, skin, and was overall a terrible ball. The ball was quickly discontinued, and the NBA went back to the classic leather ball. Going forward in the future, coming up for the 2021-2022 NBA season, Wilson will replace Spalding as the official NBA basketball. Now, the leather used for the balls themselves will still come from the same provider, so they won't physically feel any much different. Also, the balls will keep their 8-panel configuration and performance specifics as the ball that is currently used, so it's pretty much the same game with a different name.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I've seen mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes. In this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
By grace that you have been saved. Parker is the son of Jamie and Kat Sackler. While attending
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At one point in my life, alcohol ruled supreme. It was not impossible for me to wake up just as drunk as before I went to sleep, and I use the term go to sleep loosely. I think on most nights it wasn't falling asleep, it was just passing out. There was no way I was getting out of it with my own willpower, so I decided to give Wheeler a try. And since my graduation from Wheeler's program, alcohol has not had any kind of hold on me whatsoever.
Next, we have Bella Manship and
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
golf team. Ian's future plans are to attend
Back once again here at Greenwood Christian Academy, a 36-11 lead here at the half. Want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. If you feel like treating someone to a delicious meal, how about trying Aspen Creek Grill? Next time you come in for dinner, make sure you buy some of those gift cards to share with your friends. Aspen Creek Grill, great food. Make sure you try that powwow shrimp that Coach talks about all the time. Aspen Creek Grill, located in Noblesville. And, boy, you look at that first half, Coach, and you can't say enough about the way that Blake Shoemaker played 18 points. It's kind of reminiscent of the first half he had against Park Tudor when he had 16 points in that game. He just found ways to score. He's scoring inside, scoring outside, shooting the three, running the floor, got some easy layups there, and it helps when you have some good passers like Tallman, both the Reeds, and Boer to help support you.
Yeah, you know, you look at a game like this, apparently it's homecoming tonight as well. You see the court there. You know, I know that you remember back in the day when you were on the homecoming court. And
every sport.
Yeah, and so, you know, a nice little night for these guys tonight. But, you know, you look at the first half, with a long extended halftime like this, you're fortunate you have that lead because you don't want to get cold. You're going, can we do this a little faster? But, you know, you let the kids do what they do the best, and that's kind of cool. Take a look at our schedule when we get back. It's IndianaSRN, halftime, 36-11.
we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want. Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. It's a new spot for breakfast or lunch, and by the way, they're open Wednesday through Sunday. Try that classic breakfast. Also, they have sweet baked goods. They're located in Lawrence. Coach recommends the Sloppy Joes with extra pickles. You can check out Tam's at 6427 Oaklandon Road. For more information about carryout, give them a call at 317-760-1640. And if Patrick Satry doesn't play very well in the second half, we'll know why, because he's the king of homecoming.
Yeah, you're the king, man. You give me the ball now, baby. I'm the king. And congratulations to both of those young people. Job well done. Let's take a look at the IndianaSRN schedule for this week. On Monday, the City Alliance Championship game will be on the air starting at 7:30. On Wednesday night, Ritter takes on Park Tudor. That is a boys game, 7:30 start, and University taking on Bishop Chittard. On Thursday next week, Hamilton Heights taking on Heritage Christian girls, and then on Friday, Doozy doubleheader, but the Buff taking on Bishop Chittard. Shenandoah is at Heritage Christian. Eminence is at Greenwood Christian, and Connorsville, a very good ball club, taking on Mount Vernon on Friday. And then Saturday, wrestling sectional 20 for you, the sectional final championship matches for you. Noblesville taking on Guerin Catholic, and Traders Point goes to Lutheran on Saturday. So lots of games in store for you next week as we close out our year. February's coming, and just a few games left before the season is over. Girls sectional championship game on February the 4th, and we'll have that for you live from Eminence High School. We're going to take another break. When we get back, we'll have a lot more in store for you right after this.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
You know, sometimes you got to wait till the red light comes on.
Yeah, that's kind of the key there.
Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe is a new spot for breakfast or lunch. Wednesday through Sunday, try our classic breakfast or our sweet baked goods. Located in Lawrence, I recommend Sloppy Joe's with an extra pickle for lunch. Check out Tam's at 6427 Oaklandon Road. Carry out 317-760-1640. That's Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe.
Can I point something out here?
Yeah, I saw the.
Yeah, you did that. By the way, did you know it says extra pickles, not pickle? You said pickle. You want extra pickles.
Yeah, got to have 7.
7 pickles.
7, and you put them around your plate, and each bite you add another pickle.
You don't put it on the sandwich.
Oh, no, that would ruin the sandwich.
So what's the difference between putting it on the sandwich, eating it, and then what if you take a bite of the sandwich, take a bite of the pickle?
Troy, it's Science 101.
Really?
You cannot. Corn goes in the left plate.
Oh, the left.
Green beans go on the right side of the plate. Okay. Chicken is in the middle. Okay. Mashed potatoes on the side.
And so you don't let them touch.
Oh, you can't let them touch.
Yeah, there's no touching, so that's the key.
No, it's against the rules.
Yeah.
Well, you let your food touch?
Well, I don't let it touch, but sometimes it happens. But no, I don't let it. But you said pickles. You said pickle. I want to make sure it was more than one pickle.
7 around the plate.
Okay.
Take a bite, take a pickle.
Yeah, also, there's no big difference there putting all that together. I mean, it goes to the same place anyway. All right, go ahead.
Also tonight, Jack's Donuts has great donuts, make fresh every day. Great tasting coffee as well. I went to Jack Donuts today, and I brought donuts for the crew tonight.
Well, they were donut holes. They weren't exactly donuts.
Hey, they were donuts. For 4 weeks, I got yelled at.
I have a feeling you brought donuts, but you only gave us the donut
Stop
holes.
by Jack's Donut, located at 9105 East 56th Street, or Jack's Donuts in your neighborhood. Jack's Donuts, the official donut of Troy Derigowski and Greg Smith. Oh, I read that wrong. Like to see more of this.
I'm sure they don't want to hear more of this.
Probably not the comedy act, but please email us at coach@IndianaSRN. We would love to get your company as a sponsor, and it would help put more kids on TV. By the way, congratulations. We talked about the football coach at Greenwood Christian as he is going into their second season. You know, you look at a team or a school that Greenwood Christian has been around a while, but the growth expert, the new gymnasium that they're showcasing this year, the new building that they have, the growth is really good, and it's really neat to see a school grow into their sports program. I know they're looking at expanding their facilities with fields and softball fields and possibly in the future a football field. It's really kind of neat to be part of a growing school. And if you want to be an underwriter of Greenwood Christian or any schools that we operate on, please contact us. Let us know. Coach at IndianaSRN.
It is a great way to promote your school, your student athletes, your fans, and everybody else, because just think about it. During this broadcast with Greenwood Christian, it's like a 2-hour infomercial in a lot of ways. So, I'd recommend it to anybody. It's well worth the dollar. It's well worth the investment to promote your team this way.
And to close that note, Covenant Christian is one of our schools, been with us now almost 15 years. If you can get 1 or 2 students because of that, because kids will tell you, hey, I guarantee you, the kid that hit the half-court shot or three-quarter shot at the Park Tudor game, trust me, he's probably sent copies of everybody or say, you got to watch the game because it was a doozy. The other game that we had that was a doozy last night was Traders Point Lafayette CC, the shortest game we've ever done on our network, 1 hour, 7 minutes from start to finish.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's unheard of.
I think Greg Smith sewed up a sign that says you can't play the second half. It was just, they were in and out. Second half, here we go.
All right, here we go. It'll be GCA basketball, and that gentleman right there, please find another seat. Thank you. Here is Boer. Boer driving down the lane, draws the foul. Will go to the line for 2.
Boer didn't get many touches in the first half.
Didn't need to.
Nope.
Especially you think about the play of Shoemaker. That'll be Cornelius picking up the foul, and so Shoemaker at the line for the second time. Shoemaker 18, Boer 5, Noah Reed with 4. You had Tallman with 7 off the bench, and Ian Reed had 2 in the first half. On the other side, Miles and Cornelius Wanstrath with 2. Jacob Huff had 4 in the first half. Those were your leading scorers, and now you'll see GCA with that full-court token pressure right now. They press to get mostly for the inbounds, and then they'll pull back from there. Drive, off-balance shot. It's going to be missed by Miles. Gets the offensive rebound again. And one more time, an opportunity here for Oldenburg Academy. So it'll be Miles at the line. Miles going there for the first time tonight. And they have struggled from the line.
Only 2 made, correct?
They had 2 made by Huff and 1 by Clint Eastwood. Second free throw's on the way and good. So lead is at 26. And he got away with that one, Noah Reed.
Yes, he did.
Satry, the king. The drive, Boer kind of forced that shot. He had Noah Reed wide open to his right and forced that shot up. As you see Stenger come across the timeline. That is Miles. Oldenburg held to just 5 points in that second quarter. Shot on the way good by Stanger, his first 2. Here is a shot in the corner, good by Shoemaker. He is now at 21. That's his second, or actually third three-pointer of the night. By the way, Tallman getting the start in the second half. He was instant offense in that first half. 7 points, 5 of those in the second quarter. Oldenburg back the other way, shot good. That's going to be Miles. Miles now with 5.
You can't trade baskets, though, if you're Odin. You need just stops.
Yep.
And it's really hard to get stops when you're shooting as well as Greenwood Christian is tonight.
Reed on the drive. We have a foul against Oldenburg. I think that's going to be Wanstrath, and it is. For Henry, just a sophomore, that'll be his first. Good look right there at Shoemaker. Right now, perhaps your leading candidate for the Piper Logistics Player of the Game. Nice cut. Tallman, backdoor, layup good. He has 9. Tallman, 7 points in that first half, and that'll be a foul against Noah Reed before the shot. Officials had to wait a while as well in the locker room as we were waiting for the festivities at halftime to complete. Oldenburg a little bit longer in the locker room, I'm sure, than they're used to. And a 5-second call as Miles can't get it into play. That'll be the 7th turnover now for Oldenburg.
And, you know, one of the things that you do as a coach, you have to teach. Something has to go off in your head, or you start counting yourself. What I did like, though, he did not call a timeout to waste a timeout, because I think sometimes you waste a timeout and a possession at that point.
Shoemaker off now to Noah Reed. I'll tell you what, Shoemaker is having a heck of a night, but I think he's passed up a couple of looks as well. Here's Tallman. Shoemaker won't pass this one up. Another 3. He is just on fire tonight. 24 points now for Blake Shoemaker.
I'm running out of room.
Yep, he's, consistent each and every quarter as well. Lead now at 33. Miles, turnover number 8. Shoemaker, Boer, and Boer's going to be fouled, and Cornelius picks up number 3. And we'll head to the free throw line. Good running the floor there by Boer and Shoemaker.
I got a fun fact for you for Max Boer.
Yes.
His middle name is Timothy, after his uncle Tim.
Free throw is good. Boer, his middle name's Timothy.
Timothy. Max Timothy. Probably Maxwell, I would assume, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. By the way, Stanger in the lineup. You see Boer at the free throw line again. Got a nice roll. So it is actually 48-16. You're a little bit ahead on the scoreboard for just a moment. So the lead is now at 32. Stanger, the entry pass, the kick out, shot on the way good. That'll be Jacob Huff.
I have him for 6.
Yep. They now have 7 in the quarter, but back the other way, basket good. That's going to be Evan McIntyre.
Coming into ball game and knocking down to 3. Pretty impressive.
Oldenburg back in the half court, looking underneath. Nothing there for Stanger. And ball almost turned over. Stanger then fires and misses. And what do we have here? Looks like we may have a foul on GCA. Did they get Shoemaker? Yeah, they got Shoemaker. And he's coming out of the ball game. Eli Jackson will enter, the sophomore. So Oldenburg won't have to worry about Shoemaker for a few moments anyway. Jump stop there by Miles. Ball loose on the floor, and Oldenburg able to run down another loose ball. As Zach Hoff is coming to the lineup, then they turn it over. 2-on-1 break. Here's Tallman. Layup good. He is now at 11. 9 turnovers now by Oldenburg Academy. Past the halfway point. That ball, I believe, was kicked there by Noah Reed. Ian Reed will enter the lineup now for the Cougars. So it is now at 35, which means it will be a running clock for the remainder of the contest. Eli Jackson had the basketball, but then stepped out of bounds.
What do you think about that rule with the 35? I think they call it a mercy rule.
I love it.
I think it saves some time up and down the floor a little bit. Well, it saves injuries, I think.
Yeah.
Unnecessary play.
This is Huff.
Now all we need to do is put the shot clock into the game.
3 back the other way. That'll be Miles. Yeah, I think you move the 3 back, get the shot clock. Of course, Bill last night didn't like me saying that. Here's a kick out. 3 the other way is no good. As Ben Camerford is in the ball game. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here with GCA.
Now, the 35-point rule is once it's at 35, even if it goes below 35, it is still a running clock.
Yeah.
And it is starting of the second half only.
And I don't think I've ever seen anybody fall down by 35 and rally and win, though. But that would be interesting, wouldn't it?
It would be very interesting.
Off the screen, and they wave it off. Offensive foul called against GCA. An illegal screen underneath, and I think they got Eli Jackson. So that's the 4th team foul. Well, Greenwood dominant. 9-point lead in the opening period. They outscored Oldenburg 21-5 in the second. 3-point shot is missed. Noah Reed with a rebound, and they've been dominant ever since. And they're playing now without Shoemaker. Camerford into the lineup.
I think Shoemaker may be done for the night.
He might be. And this is kind of a small lineup right now for GCA. As you see McIntyre miss it, get another offensive rebound, and tried to step through 2 defenders. They say he traveled with it. That'll be the 4th turnover for Greenwood Christian. Greenwood wins tonight, 7-6. But as we said, they play one of the tougher schedules in 1A basketball, and the shot missed, but we got a rebounding foul, and that'll go against Ian Reed. Number 2 on Reed. Closing seconds of the third. Huff fires, shoots the air ball, rebounded though by Miles, and then he turns it over. Ball loose in the backcourt, a collision, and it'll stay with GCA.
That's a nice block.
It was.
It might be a block below their waist.
Final seconds. Jackson loses it. And that's going to do it for period. That one almost went in.
Yes, sir.
For period number 3, it's all Greenwood, 53-21.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Pat Cherry Insurance Agency. We suggest you contact his team for all your insurance needs, family, car, business, and home. They're an insurance company to serve you. Contact them at 317-894-7000. Don't forget, again, the Piper Logistics Player of the Game when we're done here tonight. I'm sure that the voting is underway as we speak. Hopefully there's nothing.
I didn't know we had square dancing going on tonight.
They do. I just hope there's nothing shady in the voting, because sometimes when you get into voting, some people are skewed on what they think the voting should be.
Ouch. Producer's in my ear. He's already got me.
I just don't want to see any shenanigans
I
going
understand.
on.
I understand.
Shoemaker's back in.
Really?
Yeah, right there.
Yes, sir, he is.
Yeah. We just need Greenwood to quit fouling now. This is Huff. By the way, Shoemaker leading all scorers with 24. Ball loose on the floor. Another loose ball picked up by Huff. Fires and misses that one. This time the rebound pulled down by Boer. Yeah, I would say that, and again, we're a long way away yet from the player of the game, but I would think that Shoemaker's probably right at the top of the list, be my guess. Here is Boer. Nice drive. Boer is going to go to the line for two. Boer, that nice shot fake, able to get around the defender. Foul's going to be called on Wanstrath, or is it Wanstrath, I believe? Wainstrath, excuse me. Wainstrath. Here's Boer.
Max has had a good night tonight.
He's perfect from the free throw line, 5 of 5.
Again, it's his mom. His mom probably works him out every day. Dad tries to get on the cement thing. It's a no-no. Mom's got me.
Well, he's in double figures now with 10. Make it 11. They have not. In fact, he's the only one to shoot free throws tonight for GCA, and again, he's hit all of them. Shot of the way missed there by Huff. Tallman with a rebound. Here come the Cougars again. Boer driving and lost it out of bounds. Turnover, though Boer thought it was touched by Oldenburg Academy.
Look at the young man.
Now he's probably done for the night.
Yeah, this is the time you played the bench. It's homecoming. I don't know. There might be a homecoming dance tonight after the game, maybe, or probably not.
You know what?
It's awful late.
I guess, yeah, I know. I think that foul's going to be called on Jackson. That'll be number 2 on Jackson. Wainstrath at the line. He will get one more as you see Jacob Cornelius come into the lineup. Huff, by the way, 6 points tonight. Connor Miles with 8 points. Second free throw, got a kind bounce.
30-second timeout.
Got a timeout on the floor. And timeout will be called by Greenwood Christian Academy. Sportsmanship is the fair and generous behavior treatment of others. Be a good sport. Respect our coaches, players, officials, fans, and broadcasters. IndianaSRN and the Indiana State Officials Association knows sportsmanship begins with you.
On that note, we want to take a timeout and say thank you to Officially Human, who is one of our sponsors as we promote good sportsmanship and great officiating. And I know that we saw another article the other day that they are short about 70 officials for basketball. If you're interested in doing that, and if you're a kid in high school now, there's a class that they're taking.
Oh, they are.
And now they're allowing those young men and young women to do a little bit of elementary and junior high to get them back on the floor. We just need good officials, but it starts with you. Sportsmanship starts, if you don't have nothing nice to say, my grandmother said, just keep quiet.
Yep.
These guys are working very hard, and they're not doing it for the money, folks. I'm telling you, they do it because they love the game.
Yeah, they will not get rich being a basketball official.
Because Troy's been doing that for now 10 years, and he's still looking for his $15.
I'm almost to the point I'm paying back. That's how much I get paid. By the way, Camerford back in the ball game here for GCA. Drive, scoop shot, good by Zach Haynes. He's on the board. The one thing about it, too, if you don't want to travel a long distance and you want to be whatever community you're in around there, you can request that. You don't have to go to Fort Wayne or anywhere else. You can do it right here.
The only thing, they will not let you work that varsity level of basketball, but in that school district. If you're in that school district, you can, but not just in that one school constantly.
Right.
So, which is fair, very fair. But, yeah, it was a great career for me. I did it for, as you know, 20-plus years, and they told me I need to get back on the floor, and I say no.
Shot missed by Cornelius. The tip out. 3 missed there as well as Zach Hoff.
Well, when you can't run anymore, Troy. Now, if they allowed my scooter on the floor, hey, I'm in it.
I think you'll just be the guy. I'll just call down here,
back and
have
forth.
some guy in the middle, and then one guy down here.
I tried that when I was working college basketball. It didn't work very well.
Satry, the king. No.
Oh, we got to get him a point.
I know. Otherwise, he won't be eligible for player of the game.
Yeah.
Got to get some points on the board. Parker's still thinking about the festivities, I'm sure. The surprise of being king. You get to wear the crown, and that's a lot of pressure.
I'm surprised he didn't put the crown on in the second half. I would have put the crown on in the second half.
Here's Stanger for 3.
Of course, my coach would probably tell me, what are you doing? But that's who I was. I was the clown,
Yeah.
By the way, hello to Linda Boer, who's watching tonight. That's Aunt Linda for Max.
And a reminder then, again, that Max gets all his basketball and athletic talent from his mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure Linda could play ball. Linda was a good basketball player. Oh, kept his feet, didn't he?
Here's a nice pass inside to Haynes.
Oh!
Zach with 5 in the quarter. Stanger will find deep in the corner, back to Cornelius. That bounce pass on the floor nearly turned over. Oldenburg will fall to 5-9 tonight. The Cougars will improve to 7-6.
And Troy, we talked about this in the opening. They didn't quit. They're still running their offense. They're still hustling after the boards.
Well, and that's one thing we said early about Oldenburg is that it was amazing how many loose balls they were able to get. They were getting second chance opportunities, and they didn't always get a chance to cash in, but their hustle made such a big, big difference. Look at those announcers. And look at we have all these producers working tonight.
Yeah.
And look at all the directors.
I'm telling you what, got the best camera guy in the business tonight because Matt set up early. Matthew set up early today to watch Indiana Central play. And we got a little injury in number 1. Looks like he got shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, so he is limping to the sideline. Looks like Patrick Mahomes earlier today. He got injured in their playoff game, but still came back to play. That'll be Calvin Grody coming in. Remember a catcher in baseball named Jerry Grody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Under the 3-minute mark, 2.5 to go in this one.
Again,
I was going to say, Tallman, shoot that.
Again, want to thank the athletic directors of both schools, the administration. As they see what we do, they love what we do. and we want to thank their cooperation tonight. Triple header here in Greenwood Christian as the boys junior varsity won tonight as well. The girls varsity game went into overtime, and they won tonight. So
my wife's phone is dead if anybody's interested.
It's dead. Okay.
Here's a 3 on the way, and wait a minute. We have whistle and stoppage of play. I think that last foul was called on Reed Smith of GCA, as Reed is in the ball game wearing number 32. So that one went against, that last foul was against Tallman instead. Here, and I was going to give Reed Smith some love right there, and they took it away.
Now the JV team for Oldenburg Academy on the floor.
Bryce Crane, a sophomore, wearing number 20. Jack Freeland, number 5, just a freshman. Greenwood, by the way, in their next game, trying to see where they play next. I don't have it on my sheet here. We'll see if we can find that for both these teams, who they play coming up. Nice pass inside, block shot as Reed Smith went up for 2. Wayne Strath, I think, is the one who got the block on that one. Tallman stays in the ball game to run the show. You have a veteran guard in there, and he can just hold on to it right here. And GCA is going to walk away again with win number 7.
They will play Eminence on the 27th. That game right here on IndianaSRN for you.
Okay.
And Oldenburg Academy, they will travel to Jacksonville, their rivalry.
All right, it is time to name the Piper Logistics Player of the Game. And, Coach, who is it?
Troy Daragowski. Nope. Our player of the game is Blake Shoemaker with 24 points tonight. And, close second was Parker Satry because he was the king.
He was the king.
But because he didn't score, we couldn't give it to him. But congratulations to them. We had a good time, lighthearted time. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. The Oldenburg Academy, it's a building year.
Yeah.
So don't give up on them. For Greenwood, we'll see them next week.
All right, final score tonight, Greenwood Christian 60, Oldenburg Academy 23. Thanks to the entire crew. Thank you for watching high school basketball right here on IndianaSRN.